them, somebody that went to school with them, somebody that associated with them in the community or at work or in some type of endeavor, and they became fixated on them.
Or likely focusing on the people they knew.
Somebody that saw them, somebody that went to school with them, somebody that associated with them in the community or at work or in some type of endeavor, and they became fixated on them.
On November 13th, and that's the last night the kids were alive. The location, a field on Taylor Avenue. You can see it there. Band. It's called Band Field. So that is not far from the Sigma Chi frat house where two of the victims, Xander Kernodle and Ethan Chapin, spent a lot of their evening earlier on that night. The police timeline puts them at the Sigma Chi party from 8 to 9 p.m. But then there's a big 4-hour and 45-minute black hole where nobody knows, or nobody's saying anyway, where Ethan and Xana were between 9 p.m. until they got home at 1:45 a.m. So our Brian Ensign joins me live again, and we're also joined by Gemma Gaudet, who's the host of Idaho Matters on Boise State Public Radio. Thank you to both. Okay, Brian, I'm going to begin with you. The big question is, a.m.
Well, we don't know much more than what you just said, Ashley. It was in the police blotter 301, had something to do with alcohol. Police did take down a report, although we haven't been able to get that report at this point. This is the field behind me where the call was made, the big white field right there. That's the frat house you just talked about. You can see with the Christmas lights, and it's all very, very close to the house where the murders happened.
I don't know if you're able to, but if you and your photographer Mo could sort of walk me that way, because as I understand it, you might actually be able to walk me at least part or all of the way from where you are to the home where the victims lived.
Yeah, we can walk you there. Again, frat house, field. This is like an apartment complex parking lot that we're in, and we'll walk you back, Ashley. And I've been telling you the last couple of days, there's it's a dense area. You know, when you just look at the shot of the house, you don't realize that all of these houses and apartment buildings are around. This is like a little walkway that the students use to get down to the frat houses. And we'll just walk up here. Be careful, Mo, because it's a little slippery. It's been snowing nonstop pretty much all day. Just looks like it let up a little bit. So we go up these steps here. And then this is a little road right here, Ashley. And you see here is the house. This is the house where the murders happened.
I had no idea. Wow. I mean, short walk, that's like 55 seconds. I mean, they could have gotten home so quickly from that frat house. I had no idea it was that close, Brian. That's remarkable.
Very close.
Headsets on or put your earbuds in. Okay, we're going to take a second here. Put put your headsets and your earbuds on. Okay? At 02:55 and 16 seconds. And I did a bunch of replays here. And this microphone is facing the house on that body camera. Okay? Tell me what you hear.
A driver's license? I don't have it. No, in general. Awesome birthday. Yeah, I love you.
I've listened to this thing 1,000 times. I'm going to submit to you. Somebody is saying, stop. Now, who that is, I have no idea. But as an investigator, if I was on this case, I would say, what am I hearing here? And isolate this audio. Okay, very carefully. Listen to it again on replay.
Birthday. You have driver's license? I don't have it. No, in general. Awesome birthday. Yeah, I love your birthday. You have driver's license? I don't have it. No, in general. Awesome birthday. Yeah, I love your birthday. You have driver's license? I don't have it.
Okay, now this one right there on the other officers who's up by, now facing towards the house again at also 02:55, 16. And this is what I think I hear.
Yeah. 19. Yeah. Okay, there is.
Is a little clearer. Stop it. Stop.
Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. I'm a licensed cognitive behavior therapist, that's a CBT therapist, and a licensed mental health counselor. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is for education purpose only. Everything I say on this channel is mostly my opinions only. Besides the facts from the affidavit and whatever facts that we have, a lot of the speculations may be nothing, but some of them could actually lead somewhere. From the very beginning of this case, we all have noticed, most of us, that there's a lot of missing pieces here. The car they were searching for was 2011 to 2016 model. No, sorry, 2011 to 2013 model. But yet, Koberg was driving a 2015 model. He was the one who got pulled over. In the beginning of this case, the police kept on saying that they were searching for occupants, suspects in a white vehicle or a suspect. But mostly they were just saying out suspects, giving people confusing messages, I personally believe. A white sedan could be any white sedan. If it's a Hyundai Elantra, there's over 25,000 people who drive white Hyundai Elantras around those areas. The knife sheet, yes, could have been planted there. I say that. The reason that I say that is it's very simple to see. When 911 is not called, at least a good, according to them, they say 8 hours now. But if you ask me, it's 9 hours almost, 9.5 hours. Because if you go according to the first timeline, they were supposed to be, the 4 students, victims, may they rest in peace, were supposed to be unlived around 3 to 4 a.m. And that is not even right. If you go according to what you see happening at the grub truck Banfield and all these things happening that night, you will clearly see that something horrible, something terrific happened to Zan and Ethan, and this would be around anywhere from 2:20, I would say, 2:15 even, because the last text Ethan texted sorry guys, I really apologize. I just had a doorbell, 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 doorbell camera went off. So basically, let me get back to the point. It was just Amazon. What I'm trying to say is really important. If you watch what's happening at 2:20, the crowd yelling, Eaton, Eaton, let's go, Eaton, and they keep on yelling, Zana, Zana, which I first showed you a year and a half ago. This is nothing new. This is something that we've discussed here, and we've seen it floating around other channels. What interests me, I've even spoke about all these topics like stop it, stop. The female yelling stop it, stop is very interesting because it is not from a doorbell cam. This is from the police's body cam. Both of the different officers who's stopping, trying to stop actually, the 3 Banfield boys running away from them. They could have thrown anything in the field. We have to think about everything. Who runs from the police? Saeed is busy saying what's up to a police officer. Never heard that before. When you put all these things together, a female is yelling stop it, stop. It doesn't sound like somebody who's joking around and like, punching each other like a boy and a girl on the arm. And then she's like, stop it, please. Cut it out. You know how young college girls are. No, it doesn't sound that to me. It sounds to me a female in distress. A female in pain, in hurt. She's physically saying it from her guts. Stop it, stop. Like, leave me alone. Like, stop it. Stop it is the international word that everyone knows, especially in mental health counseling, especially with DV. When somebody says, stop it, that's a cry out for help. When somebody usually says, stop it, that's a warning, like you're getting on my nerves. But when females tell males, stop it, and if that's not your brother, if that's not your male friend, if that is not your father, not someone like that, not even your spouse or your boyfriend, we say, stop it. Even when couples are arguing or when there's DV involved, it's always like somebody's crying out for like, stop it. Like, stop it. You could be physically hurting someone, or you could be psychologically hurting them, emotionally abusing them. The other person said, you stop it. Like, stop it. Cut it out. But this was like, stop it. Like somebody almost crying out like, help. Like, stop it. They're trying to get the person off first. It's too late to call for help, it looks like to me. Why the police aren't taking this serious is very interesting for me. Why the glove hasn't been taken serious? Very interesting too. When I pointed out that glove was a long, long time ago. But let me come back to what I was going to discuss today. The 9-minute theory. That's what I call it. Sorry, not even 9. 19-minute theory. Let me get it correct, sorry. 19-minute theory. 4chan told us in Anonymous that the Davids, the people involved, Jack was mentioned. We don't know which Jack they were referring to. They said Jake is going to play his part as a grieving boyfriend, which he was actually kind of playing in the memorial, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Hunter was injured in the memorial. DM and BF did not even come to the memorial. 2.5 weeks passed. Why couldn't they come? Did they already feel the heat? Did they feel the pressure that they were under, they felt pressure that they were under like a microscope, that the whole world was watching them. Not only on social media. People in Idaho, Moscow, everyone's wondering, what's up with the surviving roommates? Why didn't they call 911? But what about actually coming for the memorial of the two best friends that you lost? The three best friends plus Ethan. The four victims that they have so much to say about. Oh, they were fantastic. He was so fun. He was Xana's boyfriend, but we really started liking him, and he was all right, and we're going to miss him. And then they said about Xana. Xana was just extraordinary. Xana was a fun person, all those things. Kaylee, they gave so much credit to, but especially Maddie. That was very interesting. They all like Maddie and Xana for some reason. I've noticed that. Is it because Kaylee was studying from home? But I don't think so, because she only studied from home for a month. In the beginning, there was rumors. This is just my rumors, yeah? Let me make it clear. And speculations that was going on. And this was from the college students, saying that the girls, Maddie and Kaylee, were mean girls. Then we have the Hannah Clee incident, which is very interesting too, because I see her brothers at the grub truck, and they're driving a white Hyundai Elantra 2017 model. Now, I find that to be interesting. That could be easy with the Hyundai Elantra that they were looking for. I don't know if they're from Ohio or where they're from, or Utah, but they were seen at the grub truck. What I'm trying to say is today I want to discuss Stop It Stop. The female yelling at 2:55 and 16 seconds, "Stop it, stop," is really important. Very important. Because not only is a female yelling out in distress, it's more important that it came on both of the body cam of the two cops, undercover cops, police officers, law enforcement at Banfield. We saw one of the biggest red flags. Saeed watching all those horrific pictures of Kaylee in the sitting position. When I even showed that from the beginning, nobody ever knew that Kaylee was actually on the sitting position. I kept on saying, there's a girl sitting on the bed. When I first found it and showed you, I kept on saying, this looks like a very strange picture. And then I showed you the guy with the white mask. That's right under Kaylee's picture. So my question is, where are these people watching these cams? Was this house bugged? Was there cameras in this house? Was something more sinister going on in this house? Something was definitely going on that could be involved with money, drugs. And drugs, what I mean is more like the steroids, because that has been mentioned several times about the Davids and Xana and Ethan when they were arguing, when they were fighting that night at the Sigma Chi. He was calling them all kind of nasty names, and he was kind of revealing who they are in front of a whole nightclub or a whole Sigma Chi fraternity party. We know that these frat people, these frat boys and these sororities have an image they carry around that they like to protect. And when somebody comes and calls them butt buddies, like the 4chan anonymous said, that was exactly what happened at the party. The police want us to forget about that party. What a coincidence, there's no report about that party. It's going to be very interesting if it comes up when the gag order takes place. Now, pay attention to another thing that is extremely important here. If you go back to the 4chan, I mentioned that, but sorry guys, these last couple of days up to now, I'm under the flu. So I've made a couple of clips. I've been trying to get out things that are important, but I don't know how clear my voice was. So I'd like to correct myself properly this time. I'll try to explain myself properly. give you all what my theories are. Although not much has changed from my theories. I still stick to the fact. These are my strict opinions. I am still sticking with the fact that the frats, the sororities, the college students was the reason to the early demise of these four precious souls. The more I dig in deeper into this case, it's easy to see. It is really easy to see that they are behind it. Now let's go back to what Anonymous told us. There are some people who don't believe in the 4chan, but I honestly believe the people who really are trying to be not biased in this case and are trying to really get justice for these victims and not decide to point out at BK or anyone without having a lot of knowledge in this case and without being in this case right from the beginning to have a proper opinion. Because it's kind of unfair that there are many new people coming into this case. And there are even new creators that come into this case and psychics that are creators too. And they will come and like change everything. Like say something that was not there was there. Something like part of the timeline or they will bring some rumor they heard and make it sound like it is facts. None of these things are facts. That's why we have to make ourselves very clear from the very beginning and say this is for educational purpose only. That everything here is a speculation. Yes, when I'm doing my speculations and observations, analyzations at the grub truck and the 4chan and the battlefield, I always say allegedly. I try to say allegedly. Although I can see what I'm seeing with my own two eyes is not deceiving me. Forget if some of the pictures are blurry. Everyone needs to go into those pictures and just check. Zoom in yourselves. You will see what I'm seeing and you'll see, in fact, some things that I missed out. People are packed. People are carrying at the grub truck. Well, let's move on from there because this is all connected with the frats. Now, just while you're on my channel and you're watching this clip, to start with, I wish everyone well. Please like, share, and subscribe. I've noticed some people just forget to like, and it is important so I could get my message across so that we can respectfully share our opinions and discuss this case, and that we can get the correct justice for the four victims, BK, and everyone involved in this case. Now, moving on from there, I want to explain to you all the 4chan theory. Most of us know that, but let's go back and summarize it. Now, we never know who wrote 4chan. It was an anonymous person, obviously. So obviously that is going to put off people immediately, but that's not right. Because sometimes an anonymous person could be somebody who was really close to these victims. Like example, Hunter Chapin. He lost his triplet. He lost E and Xana. And obviously he's not going to confront the whole frats. Or just say a friend of Kaylee, or friend of Maddie, or friend of Xana, or family member, maybe Jasmine, Xana's sister in Washington Pullman. Somebody leaked it out. Not leaked it out by mistake, on purpose. Somebody wanted us to know who did this horrific crimes. I'm one person that never shied away from the 4chan. I brought it in immediately, just like I brought in everything I found and exposed, from the grub truck to Maddie's jacket to everyone carrying. Number 9, putting something in Maddie's mouth. People yelling out Xana and E's name. Jovito and many others watching seriously concerning pictures that look like a crime scene. All of that was exposed in the grub truck and Banfield. And even, what's his name, walking down Shawalter walking down and saying, you know we are going to get you for that, Maddie. All those are really important things. Put all those out in the open and try and figure this out, and you will really understand that Anonymous, the 4chan Anonymous, was exactly on point. Like I said in my previous clip, it just dawned onto me from nowhere that, okay, what am I missing in this case? I keep on watching this case, like old clips, new clips. In my spare time, I watch a lot. And especially on my free time, like nowadays, I keep on watching this case. I can watch a movie, I can do some work, read an article, counseling, mental health article, read something about anxiety, depression, because I do private therapy too at times, especially for family members. That is what I usually do, like just psychodynamic, cognitive behavior therapy, and such things. So if I'm not doing something that I enjoy doing and something that's beneficial for not only myself, for other people especially, then I usually analyze the grab truck, Banfield. I wonder, like, what is it I'm missing? What is it we're not getting? There's something, we can clearly see that some cover-up seems to be going on, allegedly. But I wondered, like always, what am I missing? And then it dawned on to me. I was going through 4chan, and then something told me, go back and check 19 minutes. That 19 minutes is really important for Anonymous. And then I went 19 minutes backwards, and that will come to 2:52 to 2:53. Now what is interesting is 2:52 is when Maddie and Kaylee last called Jack D on the phone. That's 2:52. At 2:55 and 16 seconds, that's 2 minutes later, you hear a female yelling, "Stop it, stop," from the 2 police cams. Okay, pay attention to that. The Banfield